I thought I had it all figured out. I installed all the must-have apps, Alipay, WeChat Pay, link them to my credit card. This is just a series of applications that I've downloaded. I also changed a small amount of local currency just in case. And now, I'm off to China, to Chongqing, one of the world's most breathtaking cyberpunk cities. But despite my careful planning, none of my e-wallets work. Alipay, WeChat Pay, blocked. And my international credit cards, those cannot be used in China. And I'm stuck in China with just 300 Singapore dollars, about 1,500 yuan for the next 6 days. Come see how I stretch every dollar, survive and thrive in this surreal city of lights, Chongqing. Hi. Morning. This is it. After 10 long years, I finally stepped back into China.
50来至68台的旅客才能记。每个某一定位有来25 passenger. Seat for row 50 and row 60.
谢谢。
Row 50 and row 60.
And the first city I've chosen to rediscover this vast country is Chongqing, a city recently called the cyberpunk capital of China, Motu. So, let's go! I'm flying direct from Singapore to Chongqing, a flight that takes just over 5 hours. This time, I'm taking Chongqing Airlines. Not bad, the in-flight meal keeps me full and I even managed to fill in my arrival card on board. As of 2024, China has made travel a little easier for international tourists.
Yes, I've reached it.
The old 144-hour visa-free transit has now been extended to 240 hours. That's 10 days for citizens from 54 countries. Just make sure to check your eligibility and entry requirements before your trip. Chongqing, home to over 32 million people, is China's most populous municipality. And the sheer size of the Chongqing Airport reflects that scale.
China custom. And since I do not have any urgency to leave this place, nowhere to go right now, so I myself just hang around the Chongqing Airport and let you see what exactly this airport is all about. So from the arrival hall now, I'm proceeding to the departure hall. So that's the domestic arrival.
Terminal 3 was recently expanded and is massive. This airport has got bright and wide corridors. However, it seems quiet even during peak hours.
So Chongqing Airport is pretty spacious. Yeah. And it looks pretty new as well.
I'm walking up from the arrival hall to the departure hall of Chongqing International Airport. The departure hall is just as
the departure
huge,
hall is very
but
quiet.
quiet for a 9 p.m. peak crowd. One possible reason for the emptiness in the airport.
It's very big, very spacious, very airy, but not too many people that I expected.
It is probably most local prefer China ultra-efficient high-speed rail system for regional travel over domestic flights. Other reason could be that while air travel is bouncing back, international routes have not fully returned to pre-pandemic levels. Oh, there's even a centerpiece in the middle of the departure hall.
Right, that's about it. That's the tour of the Chongqing Airport.
Alright, time to head into the city. But first, let me introduce you to Chongqing yellow Ferraris.
Before leaving this airport, there's something that I would like you to see. Now I'm heading the exit. So this is the first punch card point. It's even indicated on the arrow down there. What exactly is this? So this is the yellow Ferrari of Chongqing.
These bright yellow taxis are famous here. Not just for their looks, but for the way they zoom through Chongqing hilly winding roads.
I'm just going to take a picture and leave.
And that gives rise to the nickname Yellow Ferraris.
That's the first IG spot of Chongqing, the yellow Ferrari. The subway is just right in front, and there's even a long distance coach station. I think let me try going to the coach station and try asking if there's any bus. I thought of going outskirts of Chongqing before hitting Chongqing city itself. Yeah.
My original plan was to head straight to the suburbs.
I've not booked my accommodation yet. Okay, so just to give myself that flexibility of going around. So now that I'm going towards the coach station, the Chongqing China站, that's T3. Let me see whether there's any bus to Wulong or Dazhu. Okay, so that's the place that I'm going to.
But bad luck, the last bus out of the airport has just left.
I just missed the bus to Dazhu by just 10 minutes. The last bus left at 8 o'clock. Now the time is 8:10. So no choice. I have to go downtown.
In the end, I've got no choice but to stay in Chongqing city just for one night.
Alright, now heading to the subway station, which is basement 2.
I turn back towards the airport to take the subway into Chongqing city. Honestly, I'm super impressed by the transport here.
I believe that's the subway.
The airport connects seamlessly to the long-distance buses, the subway lines, and eventually to the high-speed rail. But then, for me, reality hits.
Okay, so these are the instructions. But I think I feel much better trying to figure it myself. 1号线 吃气口. I think this is where I'm going to. Okay, one piece. 少号. Okay, Alipay. Oh, okay. So now it's time for me to swipe my card. Oh, it works. Okay. Shit. Oh dear, my Alipay and WeChat cannot work. So now I have to use cash. Oh my god. And I've only brought 300 Sing dollar. Oh, oops.
Come to think of it, missing the bus out of Chongqing is a blessing in disguise.
Oh my god. Don't tell me.
That's because it turns out that all the e-wallets I set up in Singapore, Alipay and WeChat Pay, just didn't work. I tried everything inside the subway station, from switching the ticket machines, toggling between apps, and even asking the staff for help. I have to use cash eventually. And to make things worse, I thought I had counterfeit cash because the machine rejected my $100 yuan note. Turns out it only accepts small bills.
Okay. Oh, that's the fine print. You can only use $1, $5, $10, and $20. Oh, I'm back at the airport again because I need small change. I need to break my 100 yuan into small little change. So naturally, I come back to the airport. That's the supermarket, Lawson, and grab something cheap. Okay, I'll get this.
I am back to the airport to break my $100 notes.
好，谢谢你啊。Okay, small change. Right, I'm back again.
After that hassle, I finally got my subway ticket.
Okay. Hope it works. Yes.
That was just a lot just for a train ride.
Right. It's in a mess. I don't even know where am I. Okay. So this is based on my guessing. So right now I'm here, T3. I need to go to T2 and change to line 3. I believe this is line 3. Okay.
And it is just the first 2 hours I stepped on Chongqing ground. I still have 5 more days to go. I have this fear that I can kiss my travel goodbye if I'm not able to solve my e-wallet issues. You see, in China, all transactions have gone electronic, from buying train ticket,
Line 3.
bus ticket, and to dining. In all aspects of daily life, technically I cannot imagine what if I cannot get my e-wallet to get working. I never expect to reach such a big stumbling block on the very first few hours I reach a new destination. Just when I thought I was stuck, a stroke of luck. A friend of mine who is also in Chongqing for a business trip, he agreed to meet up and help me troubleshoot my e-wallet problems.
前方到站一疏，列车将打开左侧车门。不要使用手机，注意安全。
Oh gosh, that's a change of plan. I need to go back to Chongqing. So this is the loop line. I need to get to my friend's place.
My friend gave me an address for me to look him up. All the major apps, including the Maps app that I'm so used to used in Singapore, cannot work in China.
I'm currently at this station and I need to go to Dongbu, which is 3 stations from here.
China has its own proprietary software ecosystem that is unique to themselves. So that's where the China developed app, Amap or Baidu app comes into the picture. As in Google Map, just type in your destination on one of those native applications. It goes as detailed as to say how long one would walk to the nearest station, which line to take, and which station to drop and to change into another line. That is provided one knows Chinese to start with, as these apps are all in Chinese.
Dongbu Park. That's where my friends stay.
Whether you are using a map or Baidu app depends on one's preference. Some parts in the city, a map application works better than the other one, and vice versa.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. At least something worked right for me this time around. Alright, my friend is here to pick me up at the exit.
Meeting my friend felt like grabbing a life buoy in the open sea.
哇，walao，你穿得这样冷啊？
Both my friend and I takes a Didi car, that is China's Uber, to where his hotel is. We then adjourned to a restaurant nearby to have a meal. Until that time, I'm still optimistic that my e-wallet issue can be resolved. And that by now I'm so hungry that I'm enjoying my food and cast my e-wallet issues aside. Totally oblivious to what the kind of pain I will encounter in the next few days. Later on, both my friend and I spent the later of the night troubleshooting Alipay and WeChat Pay. We experiment different scenarios until 3 a.m. in the morning. I do not know what we have adjusted is correct. I can only check if what we have done on the settings tomorrow morning in front of any point of sales terminal. I will leave my fate till then.
The next day.
Looking back, I have to thank my friend for putting me up for the night and the meals that he gave, and of course the help that he rendered for the entire evening. There is this much both of us can do.
Good morning. I've just bid farewell to my friend who hosted me for one night. So right now I'm leaving Chongqing, to continue on my schedule.
Morning came, the moment of truth. I tried both e-wallets at the subway train ticket booth again.
I've checked, the Alipay doesn't work, so I guess I have to use cash this time around.
Unfortunately, they still didn't work. At this point, I know I have to embrace the fact that I'll be traveling in China on cash only.
It's not. Never mind. I'll go to another machine. Okay. That's where I'm going.
In a society where everything from the metro rides to the street food, everything is digital, this is going to be a challenge for me in the coming days. Nevertheless, life goes on. I still have my heart set on exploring outside of the Chongqing city.
So I gave up going on Alipay anymore. So it'll be cash all the way. I'm here. This is where I'm going to. This is my destination. Oh, that's my train.
Next stop, Wulong, for the next couple of days. For that, I head towards Chongqing Sigongli long-distance bus terminal. That's again, Amap and Baidu app offers a no-brainer subway connectivity solution to the bus terminal. At the Sigongli bus terminal, I found the ticket machine.
So this is the bus station that I will be taking to Wulong. And this place is called 4公里公交站. So I'm going in to get a ticket. Oh geez, everything is automated.
选择乘车日期和请选择要乘坐的班次。
Given it is my first time on this machine, it takes me quite a while to sort things out on the ticket buying process. But guess what? They are all cashless too.
Oh, it's cashless. The machine over here is cashless supported. So for me who is using cash, I need to go to the actual bus ticket office.
So, I have to queue at the window for a human operator.
11点半对。
From now on, every transaction will need a "Do you accept cash" check.
后面6号口赶快去啊！
几号啊？6号啊？
哦，对，那边6号。
好的，谢谢你哦。
那个付款之后。
And of course, I have to work within my budget for the next 6 days.
Okay, this is my gate.
Just 300 Singapore dollars, or averagely $50 a day. That includes my accommodation, my sightseeing, and of course, food. This trip is going to be raw, real, and full of surprises. It is not the smoothest start, but sometimes the best travel stories begin with a hiccup. Stay tuned and wish me luck.